What is up, guys? My name is Bailey and welcome back to another one of my videos. In this video I have a wireless microphone that works for iPhone and iPads, and I've done a review in the past about a wireless microphone, but what makes this one stand out over some others is that this comes with two mics. So instead of you having to share one mic if you're creating content with someone else, you can have two separate mics working with one receiver. So you can have a mic attached to yourself and then use another mic and attach it to someone else, or use that mic as a mic for if you're doing a podcast or if someone else needed to make some noise outside of your range, then they can use that mic to pick up whatever they're saying. So this is a mic from a company called Teeran. I'm gonna go ahead and unbox it for you guys and then plug it into my iPhone and show you guys what it sounds like compared to my iPhone mic. So let's go ahead and crack this open. This is what the box looks like when you pick it up. This microphone right now is about 32 bucks and they are running promotions on it. It's about $10 off. So if you want to pick one of these up, they are currently on sale. But you guys can see that all it says is wireless lavalier mic, and it does say that the microphone is a plug and play in the very back. So you can see right there, it also has a 65 feet of audio range, so you can put your phone 65 feet away from you and you can still pick up the audio from the microphone that's attached to you. It does have an intelligent noise reduction, which I will test here shortly when I crack this open. It does have a long battery life. It does state that the battery life on this microphone should be about 8 hours. It has about 80 milliamps on it, and the charge time for it should be pretty quick. It's at 1.5 hours to charge up this device, and there's also a 360-degree omnidirectional pickup pattern. So let's crack this open and let's see everything inside of this box. Now, one thing to note is that this only works for iPhone and iPad. So if you are using a Android device, or if you're using any type of device that uses a USB-C or a micro USB, unfortunately it will not work since it does use the lightning port. So even if you're using this for, let's say, a iPad that doesn't have a lightning port and it has a USB-C port, you got to make sure that the adapter with it works. So let's go ahead and open this and let's see what comes inside of the box. So when you pull out of the box, this is something that is different, is that it does come in a case. Typically it doesn't come in a case like this. The last review that I did with a different mic, it just came in a plastic box. So aside from the case, you get a manual here on how to use the device. So let's open up this case and let's see what the microphones look like. So here are the two mics. You guys can see the foam on them. They are a little squished on one of them and the other one is not squished at all, so that looks a little funky. And then here is the lightning adapter, or the lightning receiver. And then here is the charging cable. So one thing I noticed is that it does only come with one charging cable. So if you need to charge up both devices, you will need to unplug one of them and then plug in the other one. And then this thing kind of bugs me with this foam right here. I'll give you a little angle shot. So let's go ahead and test out this device. I'm gonna go ahead and switch over to my phone. I have the iPhone 14 Pro, so I'm gonna use this as the control test. So I'll be using the microphone on here, using the voice memo app. So I'm gonna actually open that up right now. Now, before I start it, one thing I do want to go over is how to charge the device. So on the side of each microphone, there is a port. It's a USB-C port that you plug in the USB-C cable into, and then plug in the other end into a wall adapter or a USB-C port that you can use for charging. And then they do come with clips on each mic, so you can clip it onto your shirt and use it that way. And there's a button on the very back of the mic, so if you hold that button down, it should turn on. Let me actually pull this off here. So right there, if you press it, you can see that light flashing. Let me actually read the manual to see what it says. So what it says is once you press the power button on the mic, it should start flashing. Then you plug in the receiver into your phone and then it should automatically connect. So I'm gonna go ahead and plug this in and see what it looks like. So this is still flashing. So I plugged it in and you guys can see that the light is now green. So once the light is green, that means there's a successful connection. So I'm gonna first unplug it and you can see that it starts to not stay green anymore. Now it flashes. So I'm gonna switch over to my voice memo and do a quick recording. So this is a recording with the iPhone 14 Pro without the wireless mic. The iPhone 14 is set down on my table and I will now plug in the wireless mic and see how that sounds. So this is the recording with the iPhone 14 Pro. I have plugged in the wireless mic. The mic is about a foot or so away from my mouth and the phone is set down on my table. So we will compare the two audios and you guys can make a judgment on which microphone sounds better. So one last feature I wanted to show you guys is that this power button on the microphone, if you press that button once, it does mute the mic. So you guys can see that the waveform of the audio is being shown right there because the mic is plugged in and it's currently on. I'm going to press this power button once and you guys can see that it will mute the mic. And I am continually talking right now, so you guys can see that I did mute it. If I press it again, it'll actually unmute the mic and it'll start recording whatever you're saying through that mic. So that's a pretty cool feature if you needed to mute your mic very quickly so you don't have to jump on your phone to mute it or unplug it. You press the button and it mutes it and you press it again to unmute it. So that's a very cool feature that they have on this microphone. So for the rest of the video, I will actually use the microphone that I have unboxed to show you guys what it sounds like throughout the rest of the video. So this is what it currently sounds like. I did a audio recording without the microphone and with the microphone. So if that isn't enough to show you guys which mic is better, hopefully the rest of the video should give you an idea whether or not this mic is worth it. So like I said, you do get two mics here. So if you wanted to turn this on, you can have this set somewhere else or have someone do a video with you and it'll actually use both of these mics as a microphone so you don't have to share one mic. I do like that they do give you a case because then you can transport it very easily without having just to throw it in a backpack somewhere where it could get damaged. The only thing, like I said previously, that I don't like is how the microphone, the filter pop part right here was a little bent a little bit, so it does look a little funky, but I think over time, since it is out of the packaging, it should regain its structure, so it might go back to how it looks. And you can even pull it off all the way and use it without it. That is what it looks like if that does bug you. But these are typically to keep out all the extra wind or the pop noises if you do say your P's. So if I say pop popcorn, you can kind of get an idea as to how that sounds with the cover. So that is pretty much what I have for you guys in this video. Hopefully this video was helpful to you guys. If you guys want more content like this, you guys can always subscribe to the channel. I do reviews on tons of products, and I would really appreciate if you guys did so because it does support the channel. If you guys have any questions at all regarding this or anything I mentioned in the video, make sure to drop it down in the comment section down below. And like always, I'll catch you guys all in the next video. Peace.